message today is out of Luke chapter 2, starting at verse 4. And the message today is entitled, New Year, New Life. Start at verse 4, and Joseph went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, out of the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. You know, it's amazing how little time we really spend thinking about it. We all know the scripture, but thinking about this. If you think there was nothing less remarkable in the world, is the man with his wife, and she's pregnant, and there's no room at the inn, so they move into the, basically into the barn, and she has her child. And nobody noticed. It was just no big deal. Except for the shepherds that were in the fields, and they saw this fantastic manifestation, but nobody else was looking. I mean, there's literally nobody else looking. Why is that important for us? Because, you know, this is a new year, and people make New Year's resolutions. And of course, most people fail, because really they're depending on themselves. When they depend upon themselves, it usually is a matter of depending on your emotions. So you feel like making it, yes, you're brand new year, you want to do things, and then you get bogged down in the swamp of everyday living. And you're tired and hungry and things going on and people and responsibilities, and you just forget about those things. Till you get to the end of the year, and then you have a new one, and say, okay, we're going to do it again. Well, you're going to make the resolution again, you're probably going to fail again. I don't say that to be negative. I say that because when we depend on ourselves, we will sooner or later fail. Some people are very strong-willed, and they can make it happen for a while. But in the end, we not only get betrayed by other people, we betray ourselves. But that's nothing to get depressed about, because we have Jesus. And what is really missed, we understand, Jesus died on the cross for us. He was born into this world to die on the cross for us. That was his purpose. That's what he came for. But he also in the process showed us how to live. How we can have dominion over problems. How we can walk a successful and a peaceful life. And he prepared a place for us afterwards too. So I mean, he has everything we have to offer. He has everything that we are looking for. He has everything to offer. And so we can access all of that. So when we come to the new year, it's not a matter of making resolutions to do this, that, or the other. But we can bring Jesus Christ into those things. And that's when everything changes. Because he can help us to do what we can't do. Does it all the time. And that's the beautiful thing about Jesus. We think, wow, it's a new year and there's new opportunities, and absolutely. But we miss the fact that every day is a new opportunity in Jesus Christ. We're looking for the end of the year, we're looking for a new year, for new things to happen and new things to start, and it's like, what are you waiting for? Sometimes I get up in the morning and I say to my wife, Happy New Day. Because every day is new. Every day is an opportunity for God to do something amazing, something miraculous.
Yes.
But the problem is, are you looking for it? You know, we're busy going about, and it's like, does he fit into your schedule? If he doesn't, you're probably going to miss it. Just like on the day that Jesus was born. Most people missed it. The shepherds that were in the fields, they got in on it. But everybody else missed it. Why? Because they're busy going about doing what they did. It was like, oh yeah, so a baby was born in a manger. Yeah, so what? They missed it. And we don't want Jesus to miss what he's doing. We don't want to miss what Jesus is doing in our life. It's important. He opens doors for us. He gives us opportunities. But if we're not in the Spirit, we're going to walk right by them. We're going to miss them. I want to come back to the birth of Jesus. It was unremarkable. But this is the power of God manifest in the flesh, yet easy to miss. So it is when Jesus is born in our hearts. We first accept him, it's like people don't say anything. It's like, so It's just a phase, something we're going through. But when it really takes root, it's like sooner or later they start noticing there's something different about them. They may not equate it with the fact that you accepted Jesus, but it doesn't matter. They are going to notice there's something different in your life because we're lifting Jesus up in our lives and they can see the Jesus in us. And they'll be attracted to that. But how do we get to that point? We have to nurture that Jesus in the manger, in our heart. We accept Jesus and then we have to provide an environment for him to grow. All you mothers understand when you have children, you got to feed children. You got to take care of children. You got to change children. You got to make sure they're warm before they go outdoors. There's 1,001 things to do for a mom to do. Well, we have to take care of Jesus in our hearts the same way. And he wants to mature and fully into our lives to manifest the fullness of his power. So it isn't just Happy New Year. It isn't even Happy New Day. Because in the presence of God, time doesn't exist. It's happy now. God came to give us peace today. You ever notice the world does not have peace? The world has everything, but the world does not have peace. And it doesn't have the joy of the Lord. What masquerades for that is wealth. Oh, I got this, I got that. I got one on this fantastic vacation, but you're back now. And you got to live with what you left behind. You can go to Vegas, but whatever you had in Vegas is going to follow you back home. They're lying to you. You try losing a pile of money and leave that in Vegas. You leave the money, but you don't leave the cares. So we are moving forward. We have to trust Jesus. We have to believe in Jesus. We have to nurture Jesus in our hearts. So we got that peace and that joy. The world, like I said, it masquerades everything because it doesn't have that peace. It doesn't have the peace that passes understanding. They can't sit there and say, life is good. Because there's something negative, some kind of problem. Same thing with the joy of the Lord. People masquerade happiness. But happiness is dependent on my present situation. Oh, I'm happy because I won the lottery. Oh, I'm happy because I got a promotion. But all those things, they fade after a few days, weeks, months. And it doesn't really matter what it is. It fades. But the joy of the Lord is there no matter what your circumstances. That's a beautiful thing. It's much more portable and much more long lasting. You know that you're in the presence of God when you have that peace. It's like, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with my job. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with my apartment. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with my car. I don't know what's going to happen with my relationships. But I know that God's in control. And I've got peace that it's going to work out. That God is working to put into my life his very best. So he might be restructuring some things. But it's okay because he's going to bring me to some place better. You have that peace. You have that joy. You can have that joy. You can have that peace. He's got it for you. And in fact, when you get into it, it's an amazing thing. You don't want to leave it. It's better than being on vacation because you don't have the burdens on you anymore. You don't have that, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. The enemy is a terrible taskmaster. He's beating you all the time. But like Jesus said, my burden is easy. My yoke is light, my burden is easy. It's easy to work with Jesus because you don't work with him at all. He makes you more than a conqueror. He carries the burdens. He takes care of the loads. All we got to do is give them to him. Are we prepared to let go? Or do we feel we got to control everything? Well, if you got to control it, you're going to be miserable. But as soon as you give it to Jesus, then he can give you that peace and that joy. It's like, yes, you may not get what you're looking for, but the good news is, unexpectedly, you'll get better. It's amazing. You may not get what you're looking for, but he's got something better. If he doesn't give that to you, he's got something better for you. Not worse. So it's like, so you get to win, or you get to win. Tails you win, heads you win. You want to play that game?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good game to play. And that's life in Jesus Christ. Every day is new, and every day is an opportunity for blessing. Now people say, oh, blessing, money. I didn't say money. It doesn't exclude money, but God is a much better God than that. He doesn't just give you money. He gives you peace. He gives you joy. He gives you contentment. He gives you peace from your enemies. It says he makes your enemies your footstool, that they're under you. They're submitted to you instead of you the other way around. God has a complete, he gives you health. He gives you strength, he gives you peace, he gives you the whole package. Which is much better than just one thing. He gives it all. So when you get into his presence, you feel the peace of God. You feel the joy of God. And you know that you're there. You don't have to think, well, do I need to do something? You are in the presence of God. It's not about working to be in his presence. It's about being in his presence. Now, if you're experiencing misery, if you're experiencing control, if you're experiencing anger, if you're experiencing fear, anything negative, you are not in the presence of God. And that's your fault, because God's hands, God's arms are always open to receive you. He wants to hear you in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, sitting on the toilet. It doesn't care. He wants you wherever you are, in whatever state you are, mentally. It doesn't matter. He wants to hear from you. He wants to walk with you. He wants to restore you to that place of peace and joy. Getting rid of all that negative stuff. And every day is New Year's in the presence of Jesus. And that's my message today.